Two boys, one podcast. Two boys, one podcast. Your movie connection. When it's time for reflecting, we make fun of each other, then do film reviews. Winner or loser, is this movie right for you? Nope, it sucks. Don't press your luck. You better listen to us. Two boys, one podcast.
Well, it finally happened.
What?
My parents cut the cord.
You're just here now.
Huh?
What cord did they cut? The one that held you, like tethered you to space?
No, the umbilical.
Umbilical cord. The unbiblical cord.
Is it
Imbecilical cord. That one?
The one from the belly button.
Oh. You didn't have a belly button before this? I guess I never noticed.
I'm an Audi. But I think it's going
to...
It'll fall off, I think.
After 2 weeks, I guess. Yeah. Turns black and falls off.
Huh. I could put that on eBay.
Yeah, I mean, I think you should. I mean, we have so many fans now. It's going to sell like hot umbilical cord cakes.
Oh, boy, there's an ad.
Yeah, I mean...
That's an ad.
Don't you tempt me. Don't you tempt me.
Go right ahead.
I'll do it. Hot umbilical cord cakes.
How you been? It's been
a hot minute.
Sure is.
Yeah, well, for those of you who aren't in the room with us, which is all of you, we're actually recording it together.
Yeah.
Which is...
We're looking at each other's... Well, I got a good mug, and he's got a bad mug.
He's got a warm mug, and I got an Ugg mug.
Yep.
Yeah.
Shit cup is...
We're working with a lot of good information here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, welcome home.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah.
Good to be home.
So
everybody, please stop sending your mail to the corner of Afton.
No, I just want to clarify. You still send mail to the corner of Afton and Afton. We'll just have to send a writer to go collect it every once in a while.
I believe we had a tin phone.
Can
phone.
You just got rid of the umbilical cord, but now we got the tin can radio, so they can only ride within range of the yarn.
Right.
And that it takes a little bit.
Yeah. So if we don't get back to you right away, it takes a little longer than usual.
We care. You matter to us. All those good things.
Sending the mail to corner of Afton and Afton. Call 555.
Go fuck yourself. Yep. Those are all relevant things. Those are.
Yeah.
I mean,
and check out our Facebook page too.
Check out for God's sake, check out the Facebook page. I don't know why you're
those likes.
Gotta get those likes.
Man,
all the likes.
What if we started trending?
That would be a problem for both of us.
Yeah, I think that would be.
Yeah. All right.
Both of us would like that.
So you finished up with the Forest Service.
Yeah, sure did.
You left Afton. You crossed under the arch for the last time.
Mm-hmm.
Perceivably for the moment the last time.
Oh yeah, last time as a resident.
Yeah. Yes. Did you ride out on horseback?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You packed up and headed
right
out?
into the sunset.
Yeah.
Just like the Cowboys do.
Did you make Amarillo by sunrise?
I made it it was just after sunrise. It was really
so
disappointing.
Yeah. I mean, still, it was a valiant effort.
It was like 8:22, and this clocks my phone said that sunrise was 8:17, so I missed it just barely.
Missed it by that much. Did you keep checking over your shoulder for the marshals running you down?
Mm-hmm.
Running you to ground?
It didn't get me though.
Well done. Yep.
I was just gonna say, take a drink of that coffee. I think it's gonna spill.
It's not to the brim.
It was wobbling pretty good. Yeah, see, look at that.
Stop shaking the table.
Drink some of your coffee.
Fine.
All right. Coffee break, everyone.
Come join us for a hot cup of Joe.
Come on over. Well, this is probably, I don't know. This isn't exactly comfortable either.
So every time we do these things, we change position. Yep. And every time Rob's like, maybe I won't be so uncomfortable this time. And every time I'm like, well, I don't know what the problem is. I'm fine. And this one he's just saying doesn't work either.
I'm not saying, at first I was thinking, I think this is the most comfortable we've been when we've done it face to face. But now, look at me. Do I look, how comfortable do I look?
You don't look comfortable. So what you're telling me is that we're next on the docket, we have to try inverted podcasting.
Let's just do it upside down.
Yeah. Boy. And you would know that if you'd ever seen Maverick and Top Gun, because that's how you fly. You fly inverted.
Yeah. I have seen. Oh, Maverick! I thought you were talking
about
the movie. Yeah,
Maverick
Maverick
from
Maverick.
Fantastic.
I know the character.
The best quote from Maverick the film is, Ungrateful.
I don't remember that.
No one does. It's all right. I still love it.
I like the quote where he says, "Oh, I won the poker game," and then everyone claps. Remember that one?
Sure. Okay, so that's another film that you don't appreciate. Okay.
No,
We've narrowed it down.
I like it quite a bit. I just it's been a very, very long time. It was one of my mom's favorites, so we would watch it quite frequently.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot remember. I couldn't do one quote. I remember Mel Gibson wearing a headdress and getting shot at. Right?
No.
What's that?
He gets shot at. He doesn't wear a headdress, but someone else does, and he's shooting at him.
Okay, I thought at some point they switched it up and he was doing it.
Oh, no, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
So he goes. Graham Greene is his friend in the movie, and Graham Greene is running this racket on the reservation.
Native hunts. Yeah.
So there's this German. He's like, "Come hunt my friend. He's very sick," and it's Mel Gibson who's wearing the headdress and like coughing. It's like,
yeah.
And then the German starts shooting at him.
Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. It's a good scene.
They should have had Mickey Rourke on there. He plays a pretty good native.
You should have. Yeah. Because that makes a lot more sense if you've seen Killshot.
He's not like me.
Yeah, he did a horrible native accent in Killshot. It was unwatchable.
And of course, dear listeners, you can go back and check out that episode.
Yeah, it's not that long ago.
It's not that long ago.
Yeah, probably within the last 5. Killshot.
Elmore
Leonard's book was way better.
I think about anything's better than that.
It's not the bottom of the heap because we've dredged the bottom.
I know it. It's... Yeah.
But it's
relatively speaking,
it's not recommendable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
So, what can you do?
Well, you can join the witness protection program and then tell everybody your real name and your history. You could do that.
And you could get just sweet-chinned music out of a window in a gazebo.
Lose your cowboy boot.
Lose your cowboy boot. Or,
if nothing else.
Or you could join the Two Boys One Podcast fad that is sweeping the nation and watch the deplorable films that we're watching. Right.
Come on, everyone, do it.
Join us or enjoy life.
Join us. Yeah. All right, give me the rundown. It's been a while. You got 30 seconds. What's happened in the last, what's it been, a month?
In my life?
Yep, go.
Oof. So right before we talked last time, we were getting ready to do the film festival. The film festival happened. Did a couple other podcasts. I stepped out on you. I think I did 3 or 4 other podcasts. Yeah, and have seen The Joker in the theater, and that's about all you've missed out on, other than the fact that you darkened my door. Welcome back.
Okay, darkened your door.
How'd I do? I hit 30?
I did paint it. No, you did like 34.
Oh, well, that's just bad timing. You get bad coachmanship.
What, you think I'm a bad timekeeper?
Yes. That's why some of our podcasts lasts forever.
I was listening to Sextet the other day. And boy, oh boy, you were so unhappy.
Seething, even.
And I loved it, and I was just...
Yeah, you and Nick were prodding pretty good on that one.
Yep.
I had to be somewhere else.
I don't know if that was clear. It probably was. It was probably clear. It was still only an hour, which at the time was a lot for us. But
I mean,
later on, ended up not being terribly long.
It wasn't a big deal after that. You're right. I mean, why would you listen to that one? Were you just missing some good one-on-one time with May?
With May?
Yeah.
Oh, she hasn't been back. No, I was trying to track down the quote.
Oh, that's right.
That's right.
And it was from the first Christmas episode that you found it on, right?
So everyone, I've been trying to figure out at the end for one of my sign-offs, I say, always remember, don't be a sucker. And I could track. I remember the other 3 things I say to the movie, but I could not figure out where that was. So I was just going through them, trying to figure out where it was.
And you found it finally.
Yeah, I found it. And it was in the first Christmas special from Angels with Dirty Faces.
That's right.
What do you hear? What do you know?
What do you hear? What do you know? I don't think that film was what either of us expected it to be, but I do like the movie.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, I don't watch it at Christmas, but it is a good movie.
It's funny. It's in your Christmas.
Yeah, you can give me, you know what, we're going to get into that, in a few days when we record the Halloween special. We're going to talk about this nonsense on the rules that you blame me for not following, and then you just completely bypass for your own.
Might have stole one
for
from you,
your
huh?
own convenience. One, looking at it, like it looks like there's potential for a clean sweep. I don't even know. We'll talk about
Well, let's
this.
flip and flop it. Anyways.
Christmas horror Halloween action. Name an action movie that takes place at Halloween.
The Guest. I did it.
Oh, well, right on. Didn't we see that at Sundance?
Yep.
Okay, well, that's let's just kill that right now. That is no longer on the table as an option.
I guess we both saw it.
We did.
You didn't think I could name one, did you?
I did not think you could.
I did.
I didn't realize that took place at Halloween.
Well, they went to the Halloween dance, I think, and they went that school scene.
I have blocked out a lot of that film.
Yeah. Well, it was bad, but
yeah,
I'm pretty sure it was. Because there was an homage to Halloween 3. I remember that specifically.
Sure. I mean, that's because it's your favorite Halloween.
Yeah, it's the best Halloween.
Yeah. Have you seen the new one?
Yeah.
And it's still your favorite. 3 is still your favorite.
Yeah.
All right.
Why would I like a remake?
I didn't realize it was a remake. I thought it was like
the new Halloween.
I thought the new Halloween.
Well, it's like a prequel.
Was like
is it?
It
follows from 2.
It disregards
or it follows from 1.
It goes from like 1
to this.
Does it really?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Because Jamie Lee Curtis is in 2, isn't she?
So she's in the original Carpenter 2, and then she's in this.
H2O.
She was in H2O as well.
That's right.
Yeah. So then
in that
timeline, in that timeline, those Jamie Lee, I don't know what exactly happened to her, but then he's chasing a niece through like 4 through until they started making them again in the 90s or whatever.
Okay.
And then it was just random killings, and then they brought her back for H2O, and that was going to be the end,
Until it wasn't. Until
right.
Rob Zombie.
So that's all one. That's all one story, and then Rob Zombie did the 2, and then now this new one goes from the original Carpenter 1, and this takes directly over, disregarding the original.
It's about as convoluted as Fast
Yeah,
and
it sure
Furious.
is. Yeah, yep.
That franchise is all over the place.
But there's always Halloween 3.
Halloween 3, which has nothing to do with anything.
No, which is great.
Yeah. Well,
do you want my 30 seconds? Do I get 30 seconds?
You get 30 seconds.
You have
Go.
to time me. I rode a horse and I ran away, and I was really, really mad. And then the next day, a horse got out and I had to chase it, and that was a terrible hitch. And I don't have to go on hitches anymore. And now I'm done working there, and I got Giardia, and I lost probably. But I don't know for sure, 10, maybe 15 pounds. Don't worry, I look better than ever. It's all muscle. And then I came home, and then now 3, 4, 2, 1.
That's your 30.
I did things.
You just started quoting my countdown.
Is that not a thing?
I mean, you can.
There were no rules.
So one of the things, you missed the film festival for the first time since we started it.
Yeah, and I'm sorry about that.
You don't seem sorry. But one of the films that we screened that we didn't show, that I thought of all people you would get a kick out of, was this film called Spooksbury.
Spooksbury.
And it's about this local PBS midnight show where they're just screening Day of the Dead.
Yeah.
From like 4 a.m. to 5 a.m. Or like 3:30 a.m.
That Day of the Dead that I brought over?
Yeah.
Huh, okay.
So they're screening it. They're pointing to the refrigerator, and I was like, I don't know. So, do you hear something? But so the whole thing is like, this is this guy's first day. He's dressed up as Count Dracula.
Yeah.
And then the staff are just trying to get through the shift, and he's not familiar with anything, and they aren't either. It's just a fun movie. I think you would really enjoy it.
Okay.
But we didn't end up screening it because of time constraints, but I really enjoyed it. Sam really enjoyed it.
You and those time constraints.
We lost the vote. Yeah. So I think you would like it, though.
Okay.
Right up our alley from college.
Cool.
Yeah.
I am sorry I missed it.
I know. But I'll hold it against you anyway.
Yeah. Well, do what you gotta do.
Is there any other catch-up you'd like to do?
No, but I could do some mustard. Huh?
Huh?
Perfect.
When you were on your way through Amarillo, did you hear anything?
Oh, you gotta hold on. Hold the phone. There might have been a noise.
Could there have been, like, you gotta reflect a little bit. It's
yeah,
been like 4 days.
But maybe this next little surprise bit will
hit me.
Knock my memory loose. Do you remember back in the teens we used to play a game every week?
Yeah.
It was your favorite time, favorite segment. if I remember correctly.
Oh, back in the teens of this.
Of our episodes.
Is this funny?
I thought, well, you know.
No, wasn't that the segment?
Yeah, it wouldn't be funny.
Yeah.
Is it funny?
Did I get it right?
Yeah, more or less. Yeah, I don't remember exactly. I think it was called "Is It Funny?" And I don't know what you said.
Is it funny?
Okay, then you got it right.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure that's what you said. I don't know if I believe.
I'm not either. We'll have to rewind the tape.
Yeah.
Jury's still out. So, but you asked, did I guess right? So then, this is a surprise segment.
Okay. So, beyond the semantics of it, yeah.
All right.
You ready?
I guess now.
So driving through Amarillo, I might have heard some noises. Amarillo.
Sarsaparilla.
Missouri. I had a lot of funny thoughts.
But on the road home alone, because I didn't jump in the car with you and drive back.
You blew it. And then you were too busy stepping out on me doing another podcast.
Another podcast. That's right.
You're a hussy.
I am. I don't hide it.
Anybody, if you have a podcast, just let Zeke know. He'll do it. He'll do it.
He's not loyal
doesn't
to
care.
anyone.
He'll drive anywhere. He doesn't care.
He doesn't care.
Just get him on. You just gotta get him.
I mean,
get him on,
did you think when we started this relationship that you'd be talking into the same microphone for the rest of your life?
No, I didn't.
Well, no, you do.
You get a mic in front of your face and you're just like, oh, I gotta talk to him.
I gotta talk to him. I've never met a mic I didn't like.
That's an ad too. All right, are you ready?
I'm ready.
We're gonna play. Wouldn't that be funny?
Wouldn't it be nice?
Funny if I was it. Wouldn't it be funny if Herbert Hoover really liked vacuum cleaners?
I thought he invented the vacuum.
Wouldn't that be funny?
That would have been funny.
Okay, that's one. We got it. Okay, how about this? Pier 1 Imports. What if that was a real port, or pier, and that had pirates and treasures and jewels and stuff? Wouldn't that be funny?
Where you had to loot for your wardrobe?
Yeah, wouldn't that be funny?
That would be funny. I'd actually participate in that.
Okay. How about this? What about a pop-up store that only sells pop? Wouldn't that be funny?
What if it sold pop-up ice cream? Like those push-up ice creams, like pop-up. And rather than playing whack-a-mole, you had to like slurp it, slurp it, slurp it, slurp it, slurp it.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that would be funny.
You do a Kickstarter.
Slurp it, slurp it, slurp it, slurp it.
Slurp it, slurp it. Suck it. Leave it.
No, John Wayne Boppet was a previous sponsor.
Yeah, that's right. Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, Wilbur from Gigglebees. What if when he giggled and he shot bees out of his mouth when he delivered pizzas? Wouldn't that be funny?
Shot bees out of his mouth?
Yeah, when he giggled.
I mean, it'd be scary.
But then, like, all the kids are getting stung and stuff. One gets stung and he's allergic and they have to take him to the ER. Wouldn't that be funny?
Only if there was a clown there to cheer him up. I don't know. I'm gonna go with no.
Give him a Pennywise.
Give him the it
Give him
clown.
the old Pennywise.
Pennywise thinks it's funny.
He does, doesn't he? And one more.
Too.
You'll float too.
We all float here.
Time to float. What if
Joji's brave.
Joji?
Joji.
Who the hell's Joji?
Joji.
Georgie. Sounds like you're saying Joji.
Joji's
J-O-J-I-J-I.
Joji's
That's
brave.
not how you spell Joji. J-O-J-I.
Joji?
What if there's a store called Office Despo?
Office Despots.
Despot. That's the I was. No, I haven't heard that word pronounced in a while.
Despots.
Despots. And you went in there and then you just got ordered around and had to give up all your wealth and
become a despot.
Yeah. No. The despots are there.
Oh.
And then you go and you get in to be a peasant.
Oh, sure.
Under a tyrannical. Yeah.
Sure. Rally the plebes.
Yeah.
So really, you go in there, they take everything you have.
Yeah.
It's basically a bank.
Yeah. I mean, sort of.
Okay.
You don't get any of it back, though.
You don't get any of it back.
Wouldn't that be funny?
That'd be funny. It'd be even funnier if you walked out saying, "Cue the riot." Storm the Bastille. Death to the bourgeoisie.
We predict a riot.
Zoot
What'd you
suit
call me?
riot. Plebe?
No, you called me a bourgeoisie.
Bourgeoisie.
What? Don't. Nobody calls me.
Bourgeoisie.
Nobody calls me a bourgeoisie.
Well,
Nobody.
I just did. My name is Nobody. So then it works out.
Where's that from?
My name is Nobody?
Yeah.
So.
Oh, it's stupid.
The first
Moby Dick or something.
No, the first podcast we did and never released, I talked about a film called The Man Called Nobody.
Yeah. Huh?
And it's from that. Okay. Nobody is my name.
I don't know why you Forget that information. You don't need it. You don't need that.
I don't need that in my brain. Fine.
Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. Zeke, 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 quick, it's time for the next segment. Zeke, 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 quick, it's time for the next segment. Gonna talk about a movie. It's called Howard the Duck. Anthropomorphic animals are our thing now. It's time to talk about blah.
Beep, boop, boop, beep, boop, boop, beep. So this was Rob's throw to me, right? No,
you threw it to me.
I threw it to you. You picked Howard the Duck. This was your mess. The 1986 film Howard the Duck. This was directed by Willard Hayek. Hook. And the funny part for 1986, the funny part for me on this was that the first time I read that name, I read it wrong, and I thought it was Hayduck. I thought that's how you said his name. I was like, that's funny.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Probably not so funny for him is that this is the last film he directed. So.
How many did he do before this?
2.
Career killer.
Well, he kept writing. He didn't get to direct anything after this one.
That's a little unfair.
So do you want me to read the synopsis and then you can give what you think it should have been about?
We can do that. Caveat being, it's been a long time since I watched it, so might
That's
have
fine.
forgotten some details.
You can
So
keep that cavity. A sarcastic humanoid duck is pulled from his home world to Earth, where he must stop a hellish alien invasion with the help of a nerdy scientist and a cute, struggling female rock singer who fancies him.
Yeah, so Howard Duck, 1986. There's a duck, and he's in his living room. All of a sudden, he gets sucked out on it. I don't know exactly what happened. There was some sort of space anomaly, or it was that machine, I think, at the end. I can't really remember exactly for sure what happened. But anyways, he ended up running into the girl from Back to the Future, and they fell in love, and they were trying to get him back home, I guess. But I don't know why she's attracted to a duck. It's kind of weird. Birds don't have penises, but the ducks do, I guess. And
Ducks do.
Ducks do. And then the scientist, he's trying to help too, but then he gets possessed by an alien or something. He's trying to bring the other aliens there. That's it.
It's just like that game, Duck, Duck, Dick, Duck.
Duck, duck, dick, duck.
So this was I don't know what I expected on this. I think it was more of kind of like a Who Framed Roger Rabbit. By the way, we connected to this film from Tim Rose from Dark Crystal.
Yep.
That's how we got here. And going from your previous, like, is this funny? I have one for you. What if the name of this would have been Howard the Down on His Luck Duck?
Howard the Down on His Luck Duck. Funny.
Because ducks have
funny.
Down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So the fun part for me watching this was, like, in his home world of whatever it was called, they had all these, like, alternate universe kind of things. So it was like Breeders of the Lost Stork,
sure.
Howard and the Heartbreakers. It was just kind of fun to see. Like, the Shorts Blaster was something that they had. Shorts Blaster. Crazy Woody's Insane Prices was the ad on TV. But this movie gets a lot of crap because his eyes are weird, I guess. And that didn't really bother me that much.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of the things that this film gets a lot of shit for, I'm not bothered by. I didn't hate it. It's kind of like a strange Ninja Turtles, April O'Neil meets Batman window. Like, it kind of falls in there.
Okay, yep.
Along with the rock part of Streets of Fire.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's just a lot that this movie kind of combined into one. And it probably wasn't that far off. Like, George Lucas produced it, which we talked about briefly on the last one. And this is one of the reasons he had to sell off his rights to things. Because the director, Willard Hayek, he worked on... Yuck! What are you, goofy? He wrote on American Graffiti. He wrote on Indiana Jones. I think he did some work on Star Wars because some of the crossover on this is they had to be working on it together. So they expected this to be a hit, but it was such a disaster. Also, this is Marvel's official first film, Howard the Duck.
When they bought LucasArts, you mean?
So this was part of why LucasArts had to be sold off, because it performed
I know
so
you just said
badly.
that.
But Marvel wasn't originally its own studio. Marvel.
Yeah,
This
okay,
was
okay.
Marvel's
Yeah,
first
I
title without being a
understood,
studio.
Now I get it. Now I understand.
So
Okay,
this is
gotcha.
and that's why in Guardians 1, the Easter egg,
Oh, yeah,
Howard the Duck
is in there.
has a cameo
Yep.
in the Easter egg, because James Gunn
Mm-hmm.
is such a huge fan of Howard the Duck that this movie bothers him so much. He's a fan of the comic, not the movie. That bothered him so much that he wanted the duck at the end of that to be what this movie was. And that would have been very, very dark.
Yeah. I don't know if the 80s would have been ready. Well, the 80s would have been fine. I would have loved it.
I don't think they would have loved it. I think it would have performed worse, but it would probably be more of a cult. This is still a cult movie, I think.
I'm sure it is.
I don't know. I didn't love this movie, but I don't have the disdain for it. And given we've seen a lot of other films that are way worse than this.
Yep.
So it's hard to really compare that. I liked I love Garfield and Friends, like Sheldon the Egg from Garfield and Friends.
I remember.
And it just makes me happy that there's something out there on the cover that makes me think of Sheldon smoking a cigar. But this film is basically Streets of Fire mixed with Superman 2. There were a lot of really... So I wanted him to speak a different language, like not just English.
Sure, like an alien language?
Like an alien duck language, or like more quacking. He can't swim, which I think is funny and ironic.
Yep.
How weird the duck. But I'm a bad duck, he kept saying. Been doing too much toots, which was a weird like duck food. I'm about to meet secretly with my colleague when he goes to talk off. Like, everybody can still hear him, but and he also says, "Trust your birdness."
What else
But he says, "On my planet, we never say die, we say kill," which was, and he can't do anything. He weighs like 65 pounds and he's full of feathers. He's like throwing a pillow at you.
He knows quack foo.
Quack foo, duck hunt.
Play duck. Does he say that at some point? Play duck.
Play duck. Yeah. I didn't quite get that. There's a lot of things that fell flat.
Yeah.
On this.
It just wasn't very. I feel like such a bourgeoisie saying this, but that's not very compelling. I just didn't really care, and it wasn't really that funny. I mean, it's kind of funny with what's his name, Jeffrey Jones being the scientist.
Sure.
It's kind of funny at first. I was like, I remember thinking he probably had a good time playing that role.
Well, he's the principal from
Ferris Bueller.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off. So he usually doesn't get to play he's not a villain, he's not the hero. He's just trying to help. He's like an average guy. So I bet he did like it. Yeah. He turns into the villain. Yeah. But I mean, Lee Thompson, this isn't a role unlike her other roles. Like this is
I guess not a little more.
Other than the fact she tries to seduce
stereotypically female role than what I would consider her to have.
A little bit. I mean, she's in the rock band. She still gets... She's not a damsel necessarily. She's trying to help him out. So he's more the ducksmal.
Ducksmal?
Like a damsel, duck.
Duck, okay.
I don't know.
I didn't...
I don't really know.
My poor brain didn't follow it.
But she's always fun to watch. I like that's the thing about this, though. Compared to other films in the 80s that really did well... Howard the Duck, like versus Ninja Turtles 1, Ninja Turtles 2 versus Back to the Future. This doesn't make any less sense than those movies did, but there weren't the fun comedic delivery moments. Like it didn't have the timing down. I think was the problem.
Yeah, I would have to agree. It just there were some funny parts, but nothing really sticks out to me at all.
No. I think, and we talked about this before when we decided to watch this film. Like, we have both heard terrible things about this movie, and given we've seen some pretty terrible things on this podcast, but even without that, I don't think this would measure up. I don't know. Like Turtles 3 is really bad.
Yeah. This might be better than that. I don't know.
This is definitely better.
Yeah.
I would much rather watch this than Turtles 3.
Yeah.
There's a lot of the films from the 80s. Like I didn't think it was that much different than Streets of Fire. Just more of like a creature film. And if you like Marvel, this is part of that. As far as like,
Rocky
because
start.
before the modern Marvel era, where you get like the whole run of Iron Man, Captain America, like comic book movies were notoriously hard to watch.
Yeah.
They were not great. Like you just had to deal with it.
Yep.
And this is right there with those other films.
I would
it's
agree.
better than the Phantom.
Yeah, that's true. That's pretty bad.
I don't know.
Don't
I
you
think
like the Phantom?
I mean, I've seen the Phantom. I like that there's a guy running around in a purple jumpsuit, played by Billy Zane.
Yeah.
I don't really enjoy the film. I think this
Good
is
enough.
a better film than the Phantom. I remember
I'm
watching it a
thinking
lot
of
as
The
a
Shadow.
kid.
You like The Shadow.
I like The Shadow. Yeah,
yeah.
that's my jam. I haven't seen the movie The Shadow. I like the comic. The
Oh.
Shadow. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, well, maybe someday.
I mean, it has come up as an option before. I think
Well,
I had
maybe
to
it will
offer it
again.
to you though, and you had seen it, and I hadn't. Yeah.
That's a bummer.
Yeah. So many times. So close. It's just so close. But I mean,
Too bad for you.
the science of the movie. I liked this better than Superman 2. And there's a lot of similarities to the science part of it to Superman 2.
There's not as many kryptonites blowing.
Right.
Smoker.
Yeah. I mean, there's not a Gene Hackman that goes from bald to fro back and forth because they tried to save the film.
What a silly movie.
Yeah.
Really going down memory lane this episode.
Yeah. I mean, it's Crazy Woody's Insane Prices. I mean, go ahead.
There was an On the Waterfront quote at some point, and I can't. Oh, my rating.
Doesn't he say like it could have been somebody?
Yeah, that must have been. Okay.
Yeah.
I can't read it. Anyway, haha, that's funny.
So, you were texting me when I was watching it, saying something along the lines of "Ducks don't have dicks. This doesn't make any sense."
Yeah. Well, I remember in ornithology, birds don't have genitalia.
Mm-hmm.
In the traditional sense, they have a cloaca, and then they just touch cloacas. And
they touch braids.
Yeah, they touch braids.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got, in this movie, they're Leah Thompson, right?
Leah Thompson.
Yeah, Leah Thompson has a thing for...
so he bluffs a little bit. She finds a weird little thumb condom.
Yeah.
Going through his wallet. Condom. He bluffs that he's kind of like flirting with her, and then she calls his bluff and then goes all in, and it really makes him uncomfortable. That's the scene. But go ahead. Yeah.
Well, I remember birds not having the penises. And so this whole time with all that, I was like, she doesn't know her goddamn wildlife biology. What does she think's going to happen here?
What could she possibly want out of this relationship?
It's a little crass, but they'll be bumping cloacas, essentially.
Sure. She's going to be laying the eggs.
I thought, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's something I'm missing.
Maybe she lays the eggs.
Maybe she lays the eggs.
Wouldn't that be something?
Cake sniffer. Been watching Lemony Snicket's, and that one girl calls people cake sniffers. I love that insult.
Bringing it back.
Cake sniffer. So I looked it up. Turns out 97% of birds do not have genitalia. 3% do, including ducks. Some are corkscrewed even.
Some from outer space even.
Some from outer space are particularly corkscrewed, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, and they're like the same length as their bodies.
The same length as their bodies?
Some of them, yeah.
That's a true screw.
That's a big duck dong.
That's a big duck dong. That's a gooey duck.
That's a gooey duck dong.
Yeah. Damn. I wonder if that's why they call those little weird sea creatures gooey ducks.
I don't know, man.
It's a screwdriver the size of a duck, and it's like, damn.
It's a big duck.
It's a big
gooey duck dong. Big gooey duck dong. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do that. So I mean,
is that why the what do they call a hen duck? They're always like quack quack.
A hen duck.
What do they call it? It's a mallard and a.
That's a. Boy.
Draw on your bird biology.
Summoning knowledge.
You're just constipated.
Stroke. I'm having a stroke. Yeah, look that up.
I'm looking it up.
Clickety-clack, tippity-tack. Drake. What's a drake?
It's a male.
You said mallard. That's a type of duck. Damn it.
No, it's a drake. A drake and
It's probably a hen.
Is it a hen?
I don't know.
A hen or a duck. It's called the hamburger duck.
Okay.
Man,
they don't get a special
I
name.
feel like I missed my calling for naming things.
Yeah.
Like, what's that called? A duck, but it's a female. Yeah, I'm going to call it a
duck. How come humans don't have names like that?
Like Bull or Drake?
Well, I take.
I
retract the question.
Call
I
male
retract the
ducks
question.
Mallards. Do you know why? Because of Mallard Fillmore. Because that's the thing that comes to mind all the time when I think of a Drake. It's Mallard Fillmore, the comic strip.
When you think of a male duck, you think of Mallard Fillmore.
Yeah.
It's a terrible comic.
I'm not, siding on one side or the other. I'm just saying, like, that's the first thing that comes to mind. When I think of, like, male duck, it must be Mallard Fillmore. He's a male.
When I think about ducks, what do I think about? It's probably going to be Howard the Duck now.
I mean, I think it should be. Sheldon.
Why the hell are we watching so many movies about animals, anthropomorphic animals? Huh?
I mean, what are the other ones?
Frog. Fro 7.
Oh,
I mean,
sure.
that's I guess that's only 3.
That's 3. I mean, that's true. You really hated Frog.
I didn't hate Frog. We've been over this. He was fine. He was coming off of...
I hated FRO 7 a lot.
Yeah, that was
I
terrible.
Really expected to.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Did give us a nice sign-off quote, though.
That's true. Been doing too much toots.
I'd rather have a gutbuster. Too many toots.
Too many toots.
We'll go home, Ducky.
What did we decide a gutbuster was? It's like
we've been over this. We rehashed this thing. It was. We thought it was a hamburger and a milkshake.
Hamburger and a milkshake is what we decided it was, but there's a lot of discussion on the web interwebs.
There was, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe after lunch, because it doesn't make sense. Why would he have a gutbuster after lunch?
Yeah, like there's no room for that.
There's no room. Yeah. He's a little boy.
He's a child.
He's gonna get murdered by pirates and then
by leper pirates.
Leper ghost pirates.
God, they're the most dangerous kind of lepers, ghosts, and pirates. Like you can barely survive one, let alone hope to survive all 3.
All 3.
Man. Oof. Well, is there anything else you want to talk about?
Tongue for a cigarette lighter?
Sure, there were a lot of concerns
that was cool.
There. Yeah, all right.
He did
God
bless the 80s. I really.
Yeah, I mean that's a good point. God bless the 80s indeed.
Yeah.
Every one of the 80s, every digit in the 80s. God bless them. In the year of our Lord, the 80s.
Every year in the 80s and every year before and after that.
He is. You
kind of assume. Lord has a lot of years.
I assume based on the cover that it's going to be very Roger Rabbity. Roger Rabbity was like this chain smoke and foul mouth. He wasn't foul mouth, but you got the impression in the movie like it was just he was like the baby in that film was certainly a foul child. That's what I wanted Howard to be, but it seemed like they really wanted to hug the PG rating, and that's what this is rated. It's just straight PG.
Gotcha. Surprised they threw in that tiny condom.
Right? I just feel like if they would have gone PG-13, it would have made that brink of like, this is a really good movie. They just needed more sharp dialogue.
Yeah, right. That really hit the nail on the head on that. Yeah, it really.
Instead,
that's
Willard
what set
Hayek's just a
I mean,
quack.
that's what sets apart all those other. I mean, at least one of the things.
Yeah, I mean, you
not
get
quite
lines that you.
Yeah,
can quote.
maybe if they had. Yeah, you're right. Made it PG-13. What were the Turtles PG-13s?
Let me look.
But I would say, if it could have been a little more darker, and they could have done some more swearing. Make it more gritty.
Yeah, I mean, not even like hard.
Yeah, right. Just a little
better.
touch of something.
So Turtles 1 is PG.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's a pretty dark PG.
It is a dark PG, but I mean, they don't swear necessarily.
No.
It's dark.
Yeah. It is. They had a small lighting budget. Huh?
Yeah.
I'm on fire
Pizza
today.
Dude's got 30 seconds.
422 and an eighth.
And an eighth. 422 and an eighth. Why do I go out on these deliveries? Yeah. No, I thought overall it was good.
I don't know if I'd say it was good, but it was adequate.
Yeah.
Was
I mean,
fine.
I wouldn't say go see this film, but I mean, I think it was good compared to the other 42 that we've rated.
Sure.
So that's all.
I will give you that.
Yeah.
I don't want to, but I will.
So are you ready to rate it? All right.
I'm ready. No, go ahead.
I think that I'd had this wrapped brand new for a couple of years. So I'm glad that we actually watched it. I think I got it from the Walmart bin. And last time I checked, that was like $3.86 or something like that for a DVD. But I'm pretty sure when I bought it, let's just say it's $5. For the sake of rating, let's just say I spent $5 on it. I'd say that this film was worth 3 out of 5. $3
3 out of 5.
Yeah. It's a 60%.
Okay.
Yeah, I give it a 60%.
60%.
It's not a failing grade.
Out of your mind. Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Is it really?
In college, sure.
I mean, not in high school. 60's a D. Right?
No.
No?
No, what is it, like 94 to 100 was an A?
I thought it was like 90 and above was an A.
No, that's college grades, baby.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind then. Well, I'm giving it a 60. I'm sticking with it.
Okay, here we go.
You got one choice, boy.
Sex
I give
or
it
the
a D.
Saw.
A 60D.
Sex is something. Yeah. Sex or the Saw. I'm going to give this big old corkscrew, duck length dick right down the gullet.
Just a straight up.
Just a
Oh no.
duck dick
You're
corkscrewing
deep-
down your throat.
You're
Punctures your lungs.
great bleeding
You're
out.
bleeding out. Coughing
Wow,
up
so
blood.
It starts interesting and ends horribly.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like, oh, this might be okay. Next thing you know,
It's not okay.
can't breathe. You're laying eggs.
Sure. You're laying eggs. You don't know where they came from.
You
All
got
right.
little freak children. You got to take care of them, but you can't talk to them. You can only quack now.
You got to get like little
get-
arm
yeah,
movements,
yeah.
like whack, whack, whack,
Yeah.
whack.
Anytime you sit on a couch, you get sucked into a different dimension.
I mean, at
Some
least he got to
machine.
travel space in a lazy boy.
Aliens trying to take over a space machine.
You just can't catch a break.
Yeah.
Man. All right. Well, I'm ready.
All in all, I just had to make that little duck joke. Yeah, it's definitely the Saw. I guess it would be sort of like a duck with a normal, proportional-sized penis. And you had... boy, I'm mixing up Sex and Saw in my head. I'd give it probably 50%.
So we're looking at
movie.
55%.
Yeah.
All right. Well, now you dropped it to an F. I hope you're happy with yourself.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, I'm sticking. I think that's fair. That's
Yeah.
a fair assessment.
That's fair.
Okay. So,
Let's go. Do you want to go to the fair?
yeah, sure. Let's go to the fair.
Okay.
All right. Hit me.
Is there a fair going on?
We just missed one, I think.
When's the next one?
Probably next year.
Okay, that sounds fair.
Yeah, that sounds fair. Fair to Midland.
Fair to Midland.
All right. What's next?
Zeke Johansson.
Yes.
We're here at Two Boys One Podcast, and we're about ready to choose our next movie. So that leads me to one last question.
Hit me.
Are you ready
Yeah.
to choose your death?
I am.
Okay.
Hit me.
Spit all over your mic.
That's all right.
Sorry, man. Okay, here we go. We got 4 choices for you through Leah Thompson. We have Rock Slide.
Rock slide.
Yeah.
Okay.
2009. It's a comedy. A film noir comedy about Rock Slide, a down-and-out private detective that engages in a turf war with an upstart quasi-religious cult, the House of Bartology.
Okay.
That's a good one. Through our possessed scientist, Jeffrey Jones, we have from 92, Mom, Dad Save the World. Emperor Todd Spango sees Marge Nelson and, using a giant magnet, kidnaps her and her husband Dick, hoping to make her his bride before blowing up the Earth. I got it, the full summary.
Wow. We're getting all of it.
He and the other inhabitants of his planet are somewhat less than bright, and Dick begins reliving episodes of Flash Gordon and Buck Rogers in order to rescue Marge, save the Earth, and restore the rightful king to the throne.
What's this one called?
Mom and Dad Save the World.
Wow. That's interesting. Sounds like a real trip.
Baby. You ain't kidding.
I ain't kidding.
And then from Tim Robbins, we got Eric the Viking.
I forgot Tim Robbins was in this movie.
Yep. This is in 89. Eric the Viking and his men travel across the sea to find Valhalla, To ask the gods to end the age of Ragnarok.
You find this stuff.
So far, this one has the best IMDb
Yes, it does.
ratings. All right. And last and least, maybe it won't be least, I don't know. 1985, through Tim Rose, we have Return to Oz. Dorothy, saved from a psychiatric experiment by a mysterious girl, is somehow called back to Oz when a vain witch and the Gnome King destroy everything that makes the magical land beautiful.
Wow. I would have actually picked that one.
Yeah?
Unfortunately, it's not eligible.
Oh, we've done Tim Rose?
Tim Rose connected us to Howard the Duck.
Oh, God damn. That's too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that right there. Tim Rose, treasurer.
Yep.
Drats!
So, let's go
Oh,
with...
man, that's a good one, too.
It was a good one. I mean, I remember you talking about it. You were really excited that was an option. So I think...
I've done that before.
Well, we both
Shame.
done it
Whoa,
before. We've both done it before. Let's go with Tim Robbins with, what's it called? Eric the Viking?
Eric the Viking, okay.
What year was that?
I was already on another page. Flipping.
This was after
89.
Top Gun.
89.
Damn. Eric the Viking.
Mm-hmm.
He plays Eric.
Titular Eric, huh?
Oof. All right. 1989.
Maybe we won't find it, but I bet we will.
It is currently on Prime.
Perfect.
Yeah. Eric the Viking. Tim Robbins.
Well, I don't know why I keep complaining about these things. It's self-inflicted. All right, let's see here.
All right, but I don't know why we don't need to be doing this on here, I don't suppose, but here we go.
1989, Eric the Viking.
We're writing down, we're making notes so we remember who we connected to, everyone, just so you can have the play-by-play. I'll finish first. What was Tim Robbins' character's name in
And Howard the Duck?
yeah,
HTD.
that was his nick. Oh, never mind.
He was the Merlin. No, that was Top Gun, sorry. Phil Blumberg.
Phil Blumberg.
He was the boyfriend
I remember.
of one of the Rockettes.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
In the movie?
Like, whoever the band was, he was the nerdy boyfriend dating...
I thought he was a scientist.
He was. That's
he
how
was
they got
both.
access,
Oh.
but that's why he
Oh.
kept barging into, like, the room.
I see, okay.
I think he had a crush on
Doesn't
Lee
really
Thompson,
matter.
but
Well, who wouldn't?
he was dating...
Look at her.
Right? He was dating the other
Whew.
bandmate.
Really gets my feathers in a ruffle.
Really ruffled your feathers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Well,
it.
That's all we have for...
Thanks, everyone, for listening.
BOP.
And, yeah, HTD, yeah.
Howard the Duck.
Howard, HTD.
All right.
Um,
Want to run through your last quotes now?
yeah, I'm good.
All right.
Welcome to Boys One Podcast. And goodbye, everyone. Always remember, don't be a sucker. It's been a slice. I'm really having... There's 4 of them.
There's 4 of them.
Be a sucker. I know what the last one is.
It's been too long.
I'm cracking under the pressure, Zeke. What is
You're
it?
cracking like an egg under the pressure.
What is it? Help
I
me.
only remember mine.
Everybody, always remember, don't be a sucker. It's been a slice. And if you need us, remember, just whistle.
Okay, love you, bye. The portions of today's broadcast that you actually enjoyed are brought to you in whole by...
Hey, you!
Me?
Yes, you. I want you to try this meat.
Please stop trying to feed me.
Just get in there.
You know, I'm not at all comfortable with this situation, but that's a very tasty morsel.
You're welcome.
I didn't say thank you.
But your stomach did.
Dare I ask, what am I eating?
You know how the president pardons a turkey every Thanksgiving?
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
They were spared.
They were, but their offspring weren't.
I'm offended, but I can't stop eating.
And you shouldn't. Fill that cornucopia to the brim and drink from it to your liking.
I think I best be going. But I will take the rest of your samples and shame eat for the rest of the day.
Rub-a-dub drumstick. You won't be sorry.
I already am.
Pardon poultry. Freedom never tasted so good.